Okay, that is some important opinion coming in on US markets, but that's a global market action. How will these cues impact our own markets? We have our research team joining in to tell you just that. The trade setup, the stocks that are likely to be in the news, and the action from the F&O space as well. Turning out to be an important day. We have big cues for our own markets as well, right? So, Ekta, let me come across to you first up. What is the market setup looking like today?
Hi, thanks for that. Well, overall, last couple of weeks, it's been positive for the markets. The markets posted gains for the third consecutive week as of last week. The markets, in fact, extended their gaining streak to 9 consecutive days as of Thursday. And it has been the longest gaining streak that we've seen all the way since October of 2020. We've all seen that the FIIs have been pumping in money in the past couple of trading sessions. So they net bought around 221.8 crores in Thursday's trade. DIIs net sold around 274 odd crores. But the big difference in today's trading session is the fact that Infosys disappointed. Remember that Infosys is already close to a 52-week low, but there could be a read-through that we could see for other IT stocks. As of Thursday, 4 out of the 5 top Nifty losers were in fact IT stocks on Thursday's trading session. If you see, TechM has in fact seen a brokerage downgrade which has come through. Infosys is a separate story, but the spillover effect is something that we need to monitor. Separately, HDFC Bank could probably negate some of the pain because the gross NPA ratios have come in at the lowest in 9 quarters. Financials, in fact, led the recovery on Thursday's trading session. ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, in fact, were the top contributors, and the Nifty Bank was up nearly 3% last week. Now, globally, in terms of this setup, the US markets shed more than 100 points on Friday's trading session, but it was the 4th straight positive week that we saw. Asia is largely mixed at this point in time, something that you were pointing out, and Brent has gained as it's logged a weekly gain as of last week after the IEA has predicted record demand. As of now, the SGX is indicating a lower start. We also have a lot of cues from earnings this week, so that's going to be top of mind. No long weekend. We have 5 full trading sessions, and separately Angel One, Just Dial from the broader markets, HCL Tech where there's been a resignation which has taken place, ICICI Bank which will be important to watch, as well as a couple of others such as Tata Communication. So earnings is going to be top of mind. The read-through for IT and banks will be key.
Oh, yes, it will be. And we are so used to long weekends now, right? But you have to get used to a lot of earnings coming in as well. Ekta, thank you so much for all those cues. Going across to Vivek. Vivek, a lot of stocks in focus, but definitely Infosys tops the list.
Well, absolutely right. Infosys, post-Thursday, quite a few stocks, quite a few earnings that have come in. But, main focus today will be on Infosys. It's a miss on all counts versus what was the anticipated earnings. Now, when you're talking about the profitability, coming in slightly above the 6,120 crore mark, below the CNBC TV 18 poll. Revenue too missing. The bigger disappointment has been the EBIT margins coming in at 21%, a 50 basis points miss. And what has been the most negative surprise has been the constant currency revenue. Instead of a growth that was anticipated of between 0.5%, there's actually been a decline of 3.2%. HDFC Bank, was the other company that delivered its results. The profit and loss statements was marginally below the estimates. However, most of the other parameters remain quite healthy. It'll be interesting to see how HDFC Bank actually trades in today's session. Net profitability coming in at a little over 12,040 crore versus the poll of 12,152 crore. NI close to 23,351 crore. Gross LPA contracting at 1.12%. Net NPA2 contracting at 0.27%. Keep an eye out for Zee Entertainment. A very large block deal is expected to happen in today's trading session. As per sources to us, we understand that Oppenheimer is looking to sell its complete 5.65% stake in the company. It's expected to be a clean-out trade, and the price range is at 199.8 to 208.15. That's the band that's been given. Interesting to see at what price the block deal happens today. Watch out for GTPL Hathway on the back of earnings. Slightly disappointing set of numbers. While revenues were up 13%, the company reported a loss of close to 107 crore. Keep an eye out for Vartech Wabag as well. The company has divested its entire stake in Switzerland operations, and Max Healthcare has gone ahead and acquired an additional 34% stake in Ecoa Healthcare for 69 crore.
Okay, all right. Vivek, thank you so much for that. A lot of stocks in focus today. Finally, let me go across to Nigel, joining with all the cues from the F&O space. Hey, Nigel.
Well, morning, Sonal. What a dream run it has been for our own markets. The FIs have been showing us the money for the last trade session, so they have turned the corner, it seems. And we are on a 9-session winning streak. Can we make it 10? Well, let's see whether or not that does happen. Now, effectively, the SGX Nifty is actually suggesting that we're likely to start off with a cut of around 80 to around, 100 points or thereabouts, because you need to compare the Nifty futures with the SGX Nifty. And adjusted number should be around 80 to around 100 points lower, primarily because of Infosys. What do the FIs do in the F&O market, though? They added some longs and they covered some short positioning. And that's really been the trend for the last few sessions. In fact, if you pull up for the last 1 month or so, when the FIs were aggressively net short, they had close to around 195,000 contracts net short. That's come down to less than 30,000 contracts net short. Also, if you look at the short positioning from more than 90%, it's come down closer to around 60%. So we've already seen a big short covering bounce. Now we'll need to watch the flows, and also whether the remainder of these shorts can cover out. What does the options data suggest? Well, the 17,800 put. That was very, very active before we went into this weekend. It added close to around 30 lakh shares odd, and the premium out there on average would be around 80 to around 90 rupees odd. Which brings us to the levels. For those that are writing the 17,800 put, well, they are hoping the 17,710 odd level holds out. And also the low that we saw on Thursday itself was 17,730. So that's a bit of a support zone. On the upside, the 100 DMA becomes a bit of a resistance, so keep an eye out on that front. The Nifty Bank as well, the 42,000 put, that was very, very active in Thursday's trading session. And on the downside, the key level to track will be around that 41,700 because the 100 DMA comes out there. The SGX Nifty suggesting a bit of a downtick. The buy on dip thesis will get tested today. Let's see whether or not we can make it 10 straight sessions in a row. Back to you, Sonal.
Well, it'll be interesting to watch, right? Thank you, Nigel, Vivek and Ekta for joining us and prepping us up for this very crucial trading day ahead. Time for a break now. When we return, Infosys and HDFC Bank reported their fourth quarter numbers. We'll get you an analysis on the other side. Stay tuned.